Hello students, welcome back to my channel. This is Harsh and today we are going to study history, which is important for NDA. So let's start our history lecture of today for NDA. Okay, so first of all let's study how history is categorized in NDA. First of all, let me tell you, history is categorized into three parts. First one is ancient history, the another part is the medieval Indian history, and the third part is the modern Indian history. Modern Indian history. So these are basically three parts of Indian history, and the fourth part is the world history. We will read about world history later on. Now let's first of all read about ancient history. What comes in the category of the ancient history? Let me tell you, under ancient history there comes the Indus Valley civilization, Indus Valley, Jainism, Buddhism. We need to read about Jainism and Buddhism, which is Vedic age as well. We can say Jainism, Buddhism. Study of Jainism, Buddhism in Vedic age. And third part of this is the empires, Mauryan Empire, and Gupta Empire, and few more empires which we will study. Let's study what comes under the medieval Indian history. Medieval Indian history comprises of Delhi Sultanate, Mughal Sultanate, and books and authors. And revolt of 1857. Revolt of 1857. And under the modern Indian history, the topics which come are formation of INC. How did Indian National Congress formed? INC stands for Indian National Congress. Gandhian era. And Indian National Army, which was formed by Subhash Chandra Bose. Indian National Army. And apart from that, we need to study about partition and freedom movements, which were initiated by our leaders. Partition and freedom movements. So this is the complete set which we need to study about history for NDA General Studies exam. And apart from that, there's fourth part as well, which comprises of the world history. And the maximum question which are asked in NDA exam comes from the category of the modern Indian history. So we need to study this modern Indian history deeply. First of all, we will start with the ancient history in this lecture. So if you want to have screenshot, you can have screenshot. Then we will start further with the Indian history, ancient Indian history. So pause the video till already done. Let's start with the ancient Indian history. I'm writing here ancient. Okay, so first of all we will read about Indus Valley civilization. Our today's topic is Indus Valley civilization. What were the main events which occurred in Indian Indus Valley civilization? Okay, in Indus Valley civilization we are gonna study sites which were features. We're gonna study about the site, their features and exclusive features of our site, and the main part of that site, and how did this Indus Valley civilization site declined. So these are the four main parts basically to which from which the questions are asked. First part is sites, where it is located, location of Indus Valley civilization. Okay, features and exclusive features, which means which these were the only things which were found in this site, and decline and excavation. So let's try to understand these four parameters, basically five parameters. The very first is sites, where Indus Valley civilization is located and their features and exclusive features and decline and excavation. And basically apart from these 5 points, from nowhere the questions are asked in the NDA exam. These are only the 5 concept, or you can say parameters, from which NDA asks you questions. Sites means the location where the Indus Valley civilization is located, and the features, what were the prominent things which were found in the Indus Valley civilization, and the exclusive features deals with the only features which were found in the Indus Valley civilization. And the fourth point is the decline. Why did this Indus Valley civilization vanish from the earth? And the fourth point is the excavation. What were the main excavations which were found in the Indus Valley civilization? So note down this point as well, then we will proceed further. So let's study about Indus Valley civilization, its features. First of all we will study its features. Okay, let me make it the A point. The very first feature of this urban valley civilization was that it was urban. For example, for urban I didn't mean to say that they were having 4G mobile phones or something like that. By urban I mean to say that they were having a well-drained system. Their houses were built on the basis of bricks, and their houses were not kacha houses, they were made of pakka houses, and each and everything was civilized in that manner, in a good manner. This was the very first point. And the most accepted phase of the Indus Valley civilization is 2500 BC to 750 BC. Let me write it down here. Most accepted phase. This was the most accepted phase of Indus Valley civilization. From 2500 BC to 1750 BC, Indus Valley civilization was accepted. And excavation of this site had first happened in 1920. started in 90. Okay, excavations which dealt with the Indus Valley civilizations was started in year 1920. The very first archaeological survey of India was established by Cunningham. Let me write down here. These excavations held under the surveillance of the first Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. Okay. Let me write down here. Archaeological Survey of India. Archaeological Survey of India. First director was and the time when the Indus Valley civilization was found, it was merely in the 1924 under the surveillance of John Maxwell. Let me write down it here. John Maxwell at time of Indus Valley civilization. John Maxwell was the director of the Archaeological Survey of India at time of Indus Valley civilization excavation, which was in 1924. Let me clear you the concept. Basically, the excavation of the Indus Valley civilization starting in the year 1920, and the time when the Indus Valley civilization was recognized by the Archaeological Survey of India was in year 1924. At that time, John Maxwell was the Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. You know the best part about the Indian history? You cannot change the history. The history remains same whatsoever it was. For example, the Prime Minister of India can be changed, but the history will remain same, and that's the best part about the history. For example, if you learn a thing that will stay in your mind, you don't need to change that thing. Okay, now let's read something interesting about this Indus Valley civilization. What were the features of this Indus Valley civilization? So pause the video, note it down, then we will read about features of Indus Valley civilization. Now let's read about the features of Indus Valley civilization. Indus Valley civilization was a riverine civilization. That means it was located near a river for the water problems, so that there must not be some problems regarding the water. People used to easily fetch the water from the rivers, and they used to irrigate their crops from those water. And the second thing is the benefits of the riverine. Let me tell you the advantages of the riverine system. Advantages. Okay, the very first advantage is survival. Riverine system was very advantageous to the people survival. Okay, the second point is agriculture. Agriculture was possible due to the riverine system. riverine system also provided the seaway for import and export of the goods to another part, and it also provides security to protect from wars. It also protected the it also provided security from the wars. So these are the features of these are the advantages of the riverine system. The very important part about the Indus Valley civilization is that Indus Valley civilization is also referred to as Harappan civilization. This was the first civilization which was to be excavated. You cannot say that it was the very first civilization, but this was one of the most important civilization. The site in this civilization was the first to be excavated, and the name of the site was Mehergarh. So students, pause the video to note it down. Then we will read about some interesting facts. So students, this was all for the today's Indus Valley Civilization lecture. I think there is some kind of error in my device. That's why I need to stop this lecture here only. In the next lecture, we are gonna study some sites of civilization. For example, northernmost site and the southernmost site, easternmost site and the southernmost site, and important features, town planning or something like that. Example of the riverine civilizations, covered parts, which were the covered parts under the Indus Valley civilization, how were their economy divided, how they used to do agriculture, their stamps, their seals, their script, their administration, how was Indus Valley civilization got. In short, we're gonna study this much about the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel and share this video.